women do not date out of their race enough, and God, please release my sisters from the shackle of only dating black men. I feel like it's time for us to explore our options. It's way more of life to see, way more experiences to have.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title guys, you can see in today's video, once again, we're going to be talking about one of the least producing males of society and how unfortunately there's so much women out here just fighting because of this male. This is something personally I have told you guys over and over. I will never really understand the hype that is behind the least producing males of society. I have told you guys over and over, personally, I don't really find anything attractive about these male. They're not nice. They don't feel like they have to be providers, protectors. We already know that out of every group of male, these are the number one group of male that are gonna abandon their kids. We already know that they don't like themselves. Therefore, that means that they don't like the woman that they continue to go out here and procreate with, right? So unfortunately, this male, he has been running amok, going out here, sleeping around, because we already know at the end of the day, regardless of these male being the least producing males of society, unfortunately, these male oftentimes will have their preferences out here muling for them, as well as low self-esteem black woman, right? So just in case you guys aren't necessarily up to speed with what is going on, this is a Dusty Hair from the UK, and this is precisely why I continue to come on here and talk about, regardless of where these male are geographically located, I have already told you guys that the dust is global. For y'all that continue to live in the Lululand that don't really want to accept it, and to be quite honest, I feel like this is me once again debunking the notion that these male aren't the same around the world. Once again, this hair is a Dusty from the UK. So just in case you guys aren't necessarily familiar, this beautiful black woman that you're viewing here, this unfortunately, this is the woman that decided that she was gonna marry to this male. A lot of people has came out here and say that they're only in a relationship because he needed someone to marry. So I guess she went and she collected that check that needed to be collected. And Lado, she hasn't really came out here. She is indeed a side chick to one of the least producing males of society, but she has been giving a lot of hints here and there. But recently, this other preference that you're viewing here on your screen, basically she came out here and she wanted to let us know that the side chick, the preference Lado, basically know that she was pregnant, and Lado decided that she was gonna send her goon to jump her. And because of this, she claimed that this ultimately resulted in her miscarrying. A lot of people has attributed to her potentially being pregnant by this dust bucket that you're viewing here on the screen. And to be quite frank, guys, again, I'm sorry to see that there is a black woman involved within the whole mix, because had this been two preference, I would have been the first one to come out here and say I'm happy to say that no black woman was harmed in this predicament. But unfortunately, like I have been telling you guys for the longest, black woman, regardless of these male continuously coming out here letting the entire universe know how they feel about us as black woman, for whatever reason, black women seem to not really want to admit the fact that the male that they continue to risk their life to give life to, these males don't really like black women. And this is why I'm going to continue to come on here and talk about it, because yes, we know that there's a lot of black women that has ultimately been burning the cape. But I think that we need to see more and more black women continuously to come out here, because at the end of the day, black women, I truly believe that by y'all leaving these male in the dust where they belong, it is literally self-preservation at this moment in time. Because once again, these male, I feel like they have made it abundantly clear that they don't really like black women, but for whatever reason, black women continue to live in the Lululand. Black women continue to be on the front line fighting for these male, when these male, on the other hand, they will come out here and let the entire universe know how they have a very profound disdain for black women. But nonetheless, guys, like I said, I wanted to come on here and talk about 21 average and this whole, I don't even think we can call this a love triangle, but again, unfortunately, this beautiful woman that you're viewing here on your screen, she is his wife, but he has all of these other preferences out here. Because at the end of the day, I have been telling you guys over and over, regardless if these males are an average 9 to 5 pookie or if they're in the millionaire or billionaire tax bracket. At the end of the day, these males globally, they share the same despicable mindset. But nonetheless, guys, listen to this preference coming out here saying that 21 average side chick Lotto basically sent some of her goon to jump her, and because of this reason, she miscarried. Check out what she had to say, and then we will come back with more.
For you to think that that's a joke is crazy, because I promise you, I'm going to literally make sure pro-life, women's rights, abortion rights, all them are on your ass. Because what do you mean the last bitch that played with me or my man, I had them beat up outside of a club in Atlanta? Bitch, I told the whole motherfucking world that I was pregnant, and then the day after that started going through a miscarriage. I'm so happy that you think that it's funny, you evil bitch. Do you know how evil you have to be to laugh that somebody went through that? I haven't even spoken on the situation myself yet. I haven't even got to talk about the situation. And bitch, you think it's fucking funny to laugh about it? Like when I tell you, you sent bitches to jump me, but I asked you to literally, you and me. I said, I gotta handle my situation, or we can go from there, or after my situation. Because bitch, you took that fucking choice from me. I'm sitting here working on Active Doll, and someone just, submitted an admission of guilt. And I just, think it's funny, because what you just admitted to, right, is you admitted to having me jumped when you knew I was pregnant, causing a miscarriage, right? You just said that the last person who spoke on your man, and who did we say your man was, got jumped outside of a club in Atlanta because you yourself couldn't see me. And I don't know why you would comment that, because win, lose, or draw, like I said, you didn't do shit. You had me jumped while pregnant, causing a miscarriage. I'm going to insert her comment, her trying to be funny. And the thing about it is, you'll argue with this last check, right? But you ain't never said a motherfucking thing about the situation between us. So I think it's funny that now you're using that situation to try to troll the next bitch.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys just heard what she said, because apparently after she came out here and made these claims, Lotto, naturally, I guess she was facing a lot of backlash. So she came out here and said that she don't really fight for men that are cheater, which we already know is fake news, because like I said, I truly feel like women that has little to no self-esteem, that are willing to go out here and be in a relationship with a man that is married, I truly feel like these women are capable of doing anything, because we already know that you don't respect yourself, right? I think it is quite interesting how these women, they will be thinking that they're so much better than Black women. And yes, even though I will never advocate for Black women to continue to be tying themselves down to the least producing males of society, but at the end of the day, he is indeed married to the Black woman in this whole predicament. And yes, we can question whether this is something that us as Black women should continue to put ourselves in, because at the end of the day, we know that a lot of Black women, they don't necessarily care about the quality of the marriage. A lot of Black women literally only want to be able to say, well, at least I got the ring, knowing damn well that these dust buckets are continuously out here cheating on them, bringing home all of these STIs, also creating child outside of their marriages. But unfortunately, like I said, a lot of Black women, they will go out here and continue to be in relationship with the least producing males of society, regardless of these males abusing them mentally, physically, financially, verbally. I think it is quite unfortunate, because like I said, at the end of the day, for these preference to come out here, I don't really know if it's true what this girl came out here and say about Lotto having her goons jump her or not. But at the end of the day, Black woman, I truly feel like we should leave these type of very much hood rat behaviors to the preferences. Let them have it. This woman that unfortunately is married to this male, we can talk about her potentially financially gaining from the whole predicament, but at the expense of what? Because I feel like these women, what they fail to realize in this type of predicament is that, yes, you can say, well, you're sticking it out because of the lifestyle that these males are providing for you all. But like I have said before, and I'm going to say it again, what these women seem to fail to realize is that if you have male children, these male are gonna grow up to feel like they can continuously come out here and disrespect the woman that they're in relationship with. And also, if you have daughters, what you're indirectly teaching your daughters is that regardless of these male not really treating them the way that they should be, you as a woman, your duty is for you to stick around and tug it out and put up with all of this nonsense. At the end of the day, Black woman, it is truly up to us at this point, because like I said, had this been two preference coming out here and fighting for this community be, I would say, hey, let them have it. But unfortunately, he is indeed married to an actual Black woman. So, Black woman, as long as we continue to put ourselves in these type of predicament, guess what? They're gonna continue to happen. But nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about these preference coming out here alleging that one had the other one jump because she was pregnant for this dusty baby daddy to anyone average. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. Whatever your thoughts and opinion are, please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable, because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed Black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with Black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs, and then still let them get the credit for it.